Alright, here we go again. Happy New Year, everybody. It's January 1st, 2025, here in Japan. Yeah. As you can see, wait a second. Hey, Mark, did you get fat? I did. I gained weight. A lot of it. Let's just start with the numbers first. Last year, the lowest I ever got to was, if you look through my YouTube, a year and 1 month progress, that was 64 kilograms. But actually, according to my data sheet, I keep a track of my weight pretty much every day. 2 times a day actually, in the morning and in the evening. On March 9th, it was 63.2. I think that's probably after a run. But basically, around 65 kilos. Last July 7th, I took the professional boxing test for the WBC here in Japan. This is the Central Japan pro tests. And I weighed in at 65 kilograms. Mind you, my height is only 158 centimeters. I'm a tiny boy. I'm only 5'2". This is boring. So just talking to the camera. So I'm gonna do a boxing reflex drill. Got this off of Amazon. Should have made it longer, but basically, when I don't go to the gym, or if it's rainy or something, bad weather outside, I'm gonna try to be doing this boxing drill thing. It's good for reflex. Now this is quite short. I should have made it longer, but that's okay. Alright, so yeah, 65 kilograms, and took the professional boxing test. Of course, I'd be partnered up with someone who's also 65 kilograms, and so the guy is naturally, he's taller, because he's more fit than I am, than I was. It's only 2 rounds, around 2 minutes and a half each round, and the guy was a southpaw, a crafty southpaw. So all of that all together led to me not passing the professional boxing test. Even though everybody, my coach, all of my teammates, everybody were like, oh yeah dude, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna totally pass it. 'Cause, I regularly spar with the professionals. But not good enough, right? Now there's all those excuses, but really it's because I didn't punch more. The guy had this fighting style where he would stop me. He would clinch every time I went in, and that stopped me from doing any kind of fundamental boxing. I shouldn't have stuck with fundamental boxing. I should have just kept punching the dude. But that's okay. And more than losing, I've lost many times in doing martial arts all these years. That actually stung more, not passing the pro boxing test. Because it's a group of people who decided to say, I'm not good enough. Now, of course, they're also concerned for my safety, because very likely, if I pass the pro boxing test, within like the next couple of months after that, I would actually have to fight. In fact, the coach told me before I did the pro boxing test that he has a fight lined up for me around that weight, which is like, oh wait, what? That's pretty heavy though. Like, people my weight are usually like really tall, like 5'10" at least, or up to like maybe even 6 feet, right? So it kind of like told me I could just take that as, hey, don't be a pro boxer. Why do you need to be? Why do I need to be a pro boxer? And really, my reasoning is I want to prove that you can do anything. You can do anything. That's one of the main things. And the other thing is, it's never too late. There is a too late for pro boxing. It's 35 years old here in Japan. So I'm already 32. I'm cutting it close. Now, in the Bonenkai, the end of the year party at my of my boxing gym, we all set our New Year's resolution, or what our hope is, and I said I will take the pro boxing test and pass it. And in fact, the coach has told me, again, as we were about to leave, "Hey Mark, end of February or beginning of March." He didn't even say, like, lose a lot of weight or anything. I mean, he's told me, like, hey, you should probably drop a little bit of weight. You've gotten big again. But he didn't say a certain weight. He believes in me. But a few things that I'm going to try to do, one that I'm already doing, is I will actually be fighting in the Southpaw stance this time, left-handed style, which I feel more comfortable in, distance-wise. And trained in Eskrima, Filipino martial arts, and Kendo, which is right foot forward, so I feel like I can close the distance faster with Southpaw. And also I like Lomachenko, I like Pacquiao, all these great Southpaws. Crawford, switch hitter, also great at Southpaw. So I'm going to be studying these guys. And also, the other thing, I'm going to try to drop more weight. Goal being 60 kilograms. Still heavy for my height, but you know, I'm a chunky boy. I got a bunch of muscles, at least I like to think so. I will be losing a lot of muscle as I lose weight, but that's just how it goes. And ouch. Those are the two things. The two main things I'll be trying to do differently. And then, oh no, there's a third thing. I'm gonna go in there and try to beat the guy. Yeah, because last time they kept telling me, like, fundamental boxing, this is not, you're not trying to beat each other up. This is not a match. This is just sparring. Think of each other as sparring partners. And that was, no. I was too nice. I gotta go in there like it's a match. I'm not trying to knock out the guy, but I have to go in there trying to win. So, yeah. Now, so one of the main things then for this year is I have to lose a lot of weight. And as I mentioned, end of February or beginning of March, I've only got like a little less than 2 months to drop weight. Now, I said I was 65 kilograms the last time I took the pro boxing test in July. Today, January 1st, 2025, my weight is, yep, there you go, 72.8 kilograms. I gained essentially about 8 kilograms. It's a lot. Now, can I drop down to 60? Probably not. But it's not impossible to get back to 65. And even if I can't take it in February or March, if the coach says, yeah, you know, you're not ready, or there's a few things that I feel like, oh, I'm not ready, I will push it back. Now, I'm quite busy this year. I'm going to a few faraway places here in Japan, and I'm planning to visit my family in July. So if the next pro boxing test, if I don't take it in February, March, and I have to take it in July, then I would have to like I don't know if I can take it in July. Depends on the timing, right? It would have to be like November then, because there's only 3 or 4 tests here in central Japan for the pro boxing test. But aside from that, one of my goals this year is every day to complete at least 10,000 steps of walking. That's about 8 kilometers. So it's not super strict, but I have a running watch that I use all the time now. And so if I can't run for the day, I'm just gonna walk. Even if it's raining or snowing or typhoon or whatever. The other one would be to run. My usual running route is 7.9 kilometers, I believe. 7.8, 7.9. So that's about it already. And like, you know, miscellaneous walking at work and other places would put me to 10,000 steps. That's it. Diet wise, I'm going to try to calculate and count my calories every day. Just going to be the usual high protein, low carb thing. But this time I'm going to, yeah. Well, I have to go ham on the first couple of weeks. But the thing is, tonight I'm actually going to Tokyo. And that's going to be pretty hard to try to lose weight while you're on vacation. But that's the deal, you know. You gotta, if you want to achieve something, you gotta do it no matter where you are. Now, today is a Wednesday. Yes. And so on Wednesdays, I'm going to try to do a weigh-in, just like what I did with the previous vlog series. But this one is going to be named the BOXLOG for boxing. Yes. Basically, all the way until I become a professional boxer. You know, it's really crazy to think about it, that I was actually able to go in there and take the professional boxing test. Because most people don't even get to that point where a coach might say, like, yeah, you're good enough to be pro. Right? So I just want to show people that you can do anything you set your mind to. 2025. This is gonna be the year. So follow along. These videos are gonna be long every time I upload every week. I'm not here to entertain you, even though I usually like to entertain people. This is just me and my journey. So yeah, I'll try to be as raw as possible in these. More raw and more real than I've ever been. Yeah, this is not gonna be fun. And if you guys have questions, any question that you want to ask, please drop it in the comment sections. If you want to cheer me on, thank you. If you want to say, that's absolutely impossible, Mark, Why are you trying to be a pro boxer? Why are you trying to go for a second time? Clearly you're not good enough. Please let me know in the comment section. Yeah. Let's keep going. Because I stopped for a little while. I took my break. It's time to keep going again. I gotta go run now. Let's go.